Thank you for downloading this video. I'm about to share with you a powerful tool that has helped me optimize my days, especially during this COVID pandemic. There's a lot of strange things going on right now, and it's very hard to master time management. There's a good chance your calendar is owning you instead of you owning it. So I want to help you out. I want to help you create your 24 hours of power. Listen, we're about to enter the craziest fourth quarter, maybe ever. Why? Because you could still be working from home, which is strange. It's hard to manage your time. It's hard to balance your priorities. And there's a good chance your kids could still be at home in that virtual school setting. So I want to help you out. I want to help you create the 24 hours of power, the perfect 24 hours. There's 5 steps to it. So let's dive in. Number 1, it's actually a trick question. To build the perfect 24 hours, you actually have to start the night before. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to end every single day. Before you wrap up for the night, I want you to look ahead. I want you to look at all the activities you have to do the next day, and I want you to critique them, and I want you to narrow down your top 3 priorities. And I also want you to apply the 3D rule to your list of tomorrow's activities. 3 Ds, what are they? Simply, what are the things you do have to do that you have to do? Number 2, what can you delegate? And number 3, what can you dump or delete? The things that you have on the list, but let's be honest, they're really not that important. So apply this to all your activities the following day, narrow it down to your top 3 priorities, and also figure out which things you can delegate or dump. Then, here's what I want you to do. The next day, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna go to work on your morning 4. What is your morning 4? The 4 things, I don't care what they are, but the 4 things you're gonna do to put your mind and your body in the best place it can be to bring your best to the workday. Listen, most people start their day by watching the news, opening their iPads, reading the news, and all you see is negative, 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 negative. Then you open your email inbox and you have all these emergencies from your clients. And before you've even started your day, you're in a frenetic state of mind, and it's not a good place to be. You have to own your mornings. How do you do that? Figure out what your morning 4 are. Let me give you mine. Number 1, I start every day reading. I like to read 10 pages of things that help put my mind in the right position. Then I close my eyes and I meditate. I visualize what the perfect day is going to look like. Then I take that and put it on paper and I journal what the perfect day would look like if it were free and easy. Then I get some exercise in. So once I read, I meditate, I journal, and I exercise, my mind, my body are both in a peak state so I can bring my best to that day. So I challenge you to do the same. It doesn't have to be the same 4, but what 4 things can you put into practice every morning to put yourself in the best place to bring your best to everybody else? Then number 3, now you're gonna go to work on those 3 priorities you discovered or created the night before. Now, I often hear this a lot. Andy, my days are already booked up before I even start them. So how in the world am I gonna find time for my priorities? I get it. Here's my challenge to you. If there's one day on your calendar, one part of your day you can absolutely control, it's how you start it. So whether you start your mornings at 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, I want you to start every work day by working on your number 1 priority. I want you to literally go in your calendar, and every week I want you to start your day by scheduling the meeting with the most important person of the day, you. Start your day blocking the first 60 or 90 minutes out so you can go to work on your priorities. Then what you're gonna do is go to work on priority number 1. Now, if you get it done in that time block, great. Go on to number 2, but there's a good chance you're not gonna get to all 3 priorities every single day, and that's okay. But I promise you, if you start every day focusing on your most important work, you will be blown away by how much progress you make over the next coming weeks and months. Then, number 4, when you end your day, I want you to look back. I want you to celebrate your wins. Celebrate progress, no matter how small the wins are. We get so damn focused on our big goals, and if we haven't achieved them yet, we don't feel successful. You got to enjoy the journey. So I want you to end every day by looking back and celebrating the 3 wins you had that day. Celebrate the progress. And then step number 5, You're just going to rinse and repeat. Before you wrap up the day after celebrating your wins, you're going to look ahead and figure out your priorities for the next day. Yes, this sounds pretty boring and monotonous, doesn't it? But the reason most people don't have success is they are unwilling to go through the monotonous things day after day and be consistent enough with them to have massive success. I promise if you find or follow these 5 steps, you look ahead, figure out your 3 priorities, you dominate your morning with your morning 4, and then you go to work on your 3 priorities, starting the day by working on what matters most, and then you wrap the day up by celebrating the wins so your mind's in the right place, and then you just repeat the process all over again. You do that day after day after day. When you look back 1 month, 3 months, 6 months from now, you are going to be blown away by how much progress you have made on your goals and by how happy and successful you are. So give it a go. Literally start tonight with this 5-step process and let me know how it goes, and you'll be amazed by how much progress you make. Go make it happen.